So this game was pitched to me as a mix of FTL, XCOM, and JRPGs. So if you just do the math, I'm pretty much an expert. How to pronounce Halcyon?
Halcyon. Halcyon. Halcyon.
Got it. Okay. Halcyon 6 takes place following an intergalactic war in which the sentient races of the galaxy fought for control over the known universe, until the discovery of several artifacts of great power left behind by a race of ancient aliens known as the Precursors stopped the fighting. One of these artifacts was the Starbase Halcyon 6, which led the Terran Federation into a golden age. That is, until the appearance of the Churl, a race of monsters seemingly designed to eradicate life, human or otherwise. As commander of Halcyon 6, you lead the last bastion of humanity on a mission to destroy the Churl and rebuild the Terran Federation. Let's just skip the tutorial. I'm sure I'll be... Maybe I should have played the tutorial. Halcyon 6 combines several gameplay elements that I've never seen mixed before. Managing and expanding your base is done through a room-based system similar to the Firaxis Games XCOM. Exploration and random events evoke FTL in a major way, and fleet management and combat is done through a JRPG system. And surprisingly, the game still feels pretty cohesive. While some games attempt to cross genres by mixing and integrating systems to create something new, Halcyon 6 doesn't attempt to reinvent the wheel and instead presents the systems independent of each other. Each system is solid enough on its own to be enjoyable, but in themselves are not anything special. Base management breaks down into build whatever you need wherever you can, as there's no real incentive to do otherwise. And exploration and diplomacy both break down into do the missions that pop up, as there's no real way to be proactive in either. In combat, either ship to ship or on the ground, nearly every action your team can take inflicts a status effect, like a stun or damage over time, or exploits one for extra damage. This clever system encourages you to plan your moves several turns in advance, and line up ability cooldowns, buffs, and debuffs in order to be as effective as possible. In the later stages of the game, however, things begin to get a little repetitive, as the list of new tricks your fleets can learn is tragically short. Ground combat is even more limited, as the pool of abilities is even smaller, and the chances to gain new abilities are few and far between. Although some of the sound effects and ability animations I've come across while playing were a little obnoxious, the rest of the game is, in my eyes, an aesthetic success. While some consider the pixel art retro vibe played out by now, the sprites here are beautifully detailed and really well animated. The soundtrack here is great too. The blend of sci-fi, orchestral, and chiptune sounds match the game perfectly, and every moment, from tense combat to diplomacy with wacky aliens, is paired with a perfect tonal bullseye. After playing the game for a little bit, I just had to buy the soundtrack. At the moment, Halcyon 6 may be a little lacking for some, but it seems like the developers are committed to improving this game. Many of the gripes I've had with the game have already been acknowledged in developer blogs, and many of the issues I had while making the video have already been fixed. In all, Halcyon 6 is a game that offers some interesting highs, but is in no means a new experience. In its current state, a solid soundtrack and mostly decent gameplay may not be enough to carry its faults. But we live in a world where games can be changed after launch, and the developers seem dedicated to improving their work, so this may change. I've for the most part enjoyed my time playing, and I'm excited to see what this game becomes in a couple of patches.